I'm all dust and brambles, sand and fish scales. I'm feathers and feelers and dry cracked insect legs. I'm scraped knees and bump nose and sore ragged palms. I'm head crack and rat brain, sore bummed, bruise swollen, yellow scratched and tumbled. I went into the forest. I took my basket, which I'd filled with fresh eggs and soft white bread rolls and flowers. So many flowers, daisies and dandelions and star-faced blue flowers, whose name I do not know, and columbine. I was so happy I sang to myself as I went. Remember the old songs? Oh, no, John, no, John, no, John, no. And soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, fife and drum? And Bobby Shafter's gone to sea, silver buckles on his knee. When he comes back, he'll marry me, bonny Bobby Shafter. Clouds were flying across the moon, which was full, as round and full as my round apple belly. And then it happened that something rushed at me. It knocked me off my feet and I went tumbling head over heels. Then belly over bones, then toes over nose. Down the steep bank I went. The song caught in the back of my throat, the basket all over tipped, eggs and bread and flowers strewn like a ribbon describing my fall. I had an impression of thick fur and a snuffling, ruffling sound, hot breath and sharp teeth, claws and whiskery whiskers. The creature at first fell with me. We rolled together, over and under, all at great speed. We shall fall forever, I thought, down, down to the bottomless pit. Then crash, my head caught a rock, and I went somewhere else entirely. When I next woke, light was beginning to creep, and I was lying in a bed of thyme. A low mist hung in the trees like a shroud. I picked myself up and followed the trail of eggs and rolls and flowers, so that I easily found the path again and came home. I do not think that the creature, whatever it was, meant me harm. Your own, your battered, your broken clown. Dearest Vandal, Clown told me she had written to you. Clown, I must tell you with sadness, it's not herself. Did her letter make you laugh? I doubt it very much. She is eating very little these days and grows thin and pale. The old woman say she might be with child, that in some cases the woman sickens before she begins to bloom. But I have my doubts. The old women also say that a hare has been seen close to her dwelling place and that this hare has eyes strikingly like my own. At this you may laugh, for the gossips seem unaware of my fallibility. I cannot tell a lie. What did Clown say in her letter? Did she ask anything of you? Did she mention me? And you, how are you? Do the nightmares still persist? Drinking the blood of a recently slaughtered pig is said by some to aid all sorts of ailments, although it is not a remedy I've tried. Owl feathers in a pillar might bring wisdom, but also wakefulness, as they are creatures of the night. I saw a lamb lying down in the pasture yesterday. Its mother was nowhere to be seen, but overhead the red kite was circling. This is nature, not prophecy. The sun rises, the sun falls. The hare's back arches. His ears are pricked. He runs or stands still. Trickster. My dear Vandal, it is gone not. It has gone midnight, but no one sleeps. Clown's labour began at around noon. Wailing and weeping she was, howling like a wolf in the night. She does not understand what is happening to her, or understands all too well. The women all gathered about her, but she struck them, cursed them, scratched them with her little claws. "Your baby is coming," they said, over and over, and each time she looked around her as if she expected to see a baby appear, walking down the road or crawling from the forest. "I see no baby," she said. "What baby? Leave me alone, stop teasing." Then she would be silenced by the pain, and she clutched her belly and screamed. "There," the women said, "there's your baby inside your great belly, and he wants to come out and see you." "Do you think I'm stupid?" said Clown. "I never ate no baby, not once. Shut up, you bloody old fools." "Oh, we will help you," they said. "We are wise women. Drink this tincture. Let Bessie rub your belly with oil. We must bathe you." At the thought of a bath, Clown was off. She went herring and tearing across the fields, hands holding her swollen tummy, her little legs surprisingly strong, her body swaying from side to side. She was halfway to the wood when we saw her stop again and heard her cry like the bellow of a black bull. We men laughed. We couldn't help ourselves. Trickster did not, however. He was very solemn. Clown dropped to her knees, then fell forward so she was on all fours. Such curse words came to her, things no lady would utter. The old women set off across the field after her, carrying kettles full of hot water, towels, and sharp knives. This slowed them down, and when Clown saw them and saw what they had, she ran even faster. Then she disappeared into the wood. "You for sure won't find her now," one of the men shouted. "Look out for that randy old bear," said another. The old women gave up, and not wishing to waste everything, they played a game with the knives, throwing them at each other's feet to see who gets closest without drawing blood. Those old women's eyesight isn't as good as it was. There were several accidents, but luckily they had the hot water and the towels with them. After the game, they spent a long time mopping up blood and wrapping strips of towel round their feet. We men laughed at this a great deal too. Or we did until they came within throwing range. No one has seen Clown since, and this was hours ago. Toodle Pip, the ha-ha man. Trickster. It's me, Clown. I write this in a whisper. Listen hard. The first thing to say is, Clown loves Trickster. Clown loves Trickster with all her heart. I would not give you up for all the tea in China. I am hiding in the big tree where it was broken in two by up above. No one knows I'm here. Come to see me. I miss you. I'm lonely. If you don't come, then I will hold my breath and die, and then you'll be sorry. Proper sorry you'll be. I will eat the poison flowers of the tree, the blue ones, the spotted ones, the ones the bumblebees love. My writing is all backward, forward, fat, and then I can't spell any. Once upon a time, the mummy Clown used to say, "Once upon a clown." And Mother promised me a velvet dress, and I wore it with white stockings. My shoes were patent leather, black and shiny with a pretty strap that did it with a button. One of the boys said they were beetle shoes made from the bodies of enormous beetles, and he found one of those beetles and chased me all over the playground with it. Then in class he sat behind me and dropped it down the neck of my dress, and it wriggled and squirmed, sharp, tiny, scratchy legs. I screamed and screamed and screamed, and no one knew why. Only the bad boy knew why. I screamed, "Ee! Ee! Ee!" The teacher was in a fury, and he said, "Stop that noise!" But I couldn't. The beetle was trapped inside my vest, and my vest was tucked into my knickers. And I thought it was going to wriggle down into my knickers, so I just screamed, "Ee! Ee! Ee!" Then, wah! Wah! Then the teacher came and grabbed me by my shoulders, and he shook me, and he shook me, and he shook me, and he shook me. Beloved trickster, my heart is a ripe fruit on a tree in an orchard at the furthest boundary of a land only you know. My fingers tingle when you are near. My body trembles. Your voice in my ear is the sweetest song. Pluck me like a lyre, pursed your lips to play me as if I were a tin whistle. This is your true love speaking. No one will ever love you as I love you. Go to the stream at twilight and look for me. You will see my face beneath the water. You will see how my hair flows all around me, green as seaweed. You will see how the skin on my fingertips wrinkles and puckers. Eternal love exists only on the other side. We must go to the other side together. The bridge over the stream crumbled 1,000 years ago, but I have wings. Love gave me wings. I hide my wings from all but you. My heart is a peach crossed out, cherry crossed out, strawberry crossed out, peach. Yes, a peach. A big, ripe, juicy peach. Yes.